Basically, it's like this. Shout out to West Coast Cam. He had a little debate that he had with some, European Caucasian men from here. It sounded like they were from the East Coast, probably around the Boston area, maybe New York, somewhere like that. What this conversation did was it allowed them to show their actual knowledge of what they say they believed in, which they didn't have too much of a knowledge of what they believed in. We just gonna cut to the chase. There has been a pandemic and an epidemic of a lot of people who just repeat what they heard, repeat what they hear being said, and using that as the basis for their argument. They don't do any other research. They don't have anything else that they can actually bring to the table. They don't have a frame of mind or a thought process that would allow them to make these statements, that would allow for a conversation, allow for a debate at the most. We can go all the way to the debate side. What they know don't even allow them to debate. And then on what I like to call on the civilized side, what they know doesn't even give them the information to have a real conversation about what it is they're talking about. So it's just like I always say, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. This is a direct message to most Caucasian people. If you are following a group and you don't have the same mentality or feeling, talking points and explain. Most of the, and this is for black people too, most of the time when we hear something that we like, that's where it stops. We don't do any additional research. We don't continue to try and find knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the process. We don't do any of that. We just take the argument and we believe that the argument is enough, and that's all we need to do. That's all we need to take up the argument and take up the argument and just run with that. But there needs to be knowledge, there needs to be wisdom, and there needs to be understanding behind whatever it is you decide to take up. That has to happen. If there isn't any knowledge, wisdom, or understanding that this is based on, then it's just a bunch of words. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's not going to amount to anything. So, with that being said, we need to study. We need to study. We need to study. And on top of that, we need to pray for the discernment to understand and know what the truth is and what the lie is. What the truth is and what the real message is. So let's be a little more diligent when it comes to study. Let's be a little more diligent when it comes to research. So we can do the research, get the knowledge, apply some wisdom. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. Let's see if we can apply what we learn. If you can't apply what you learn, then you're not going to be able to get any understanding of it. If you can apply what you learn to your life, to your activities or whatever that is, then you'll be able to get an understanding from it. I'm gonna talk more about this. God willing, this weekend. I'm gonna be able to talk a little bit more about this. So y'all just tune in, and then we'll go from there. All right. This is Brother 20 in the building, and I'm out. Peace.